I'm astrologer Lisa Perron with your weekly stars for January 1st to 7th, 2017. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you had a good time and I hope you were all safe. Weekly stars is an astrology horoscope forecast. I'll tell you about the weekly horoscope advice and see how the stars are moving in the sky, how they're influencing people and events from around the world. You'll have to excuse me, I'm loaded with the cold. And I want you to watch this first, and this will give you more of like the world events and such, and how the aspects will be focusing on your element, whether it's earth, air, fire, or water. And once I'm finished this video, I'm going to try and get up all your sun signs from Aries to Pisces. So make sure you watch that and look out for that. And you can watch your sun sign, moon sign, and ascendant for more information. This will give you a forecast for lucky dates, for love, romance, lucky opportunities that might come your way, challenges that you're going to have to watch out for, and career advice. So January kind of starts off with a bang. As some of you have noticed over the last 24 hours, if you've looked or read the news, you would see there was a lot of instability in the world today for the first day of 2017. So the sun is in the earthy sign of Capricorn right now until the 19th, and that's really kind of serious energy. The sun in Capricorn is generally a time when people are feeling more serious about their lives and they want to focus on work and progress and how to get ahead in life. And over the first few weeks of January, they may be looking for a steady line of work. They're going to be focused on money, how to make more of it. And it will be a favorable time to make a good impression for Capricorn. Get out there and be seen by the right people at the right places. And this applies to you too, other earth signs of Virgo and Taurus. It's also good for you too. So if you're seeking new employment, that's the time to do it, is right now. For the most part, it's pretty good. Others will be reevaluating the way they spend money and have more of a mature outlook on their finances, as well as how to grow their finances in the future and get more material gain. The sun in Capricorn is really mature. It's stable energy, enabling us to be strong and have a strong desire to succeed and reach the top. If you think of just like the goat that represents the sign of Capricorn, they'll stop at nothing to reach the top of the mountain, and you can too. They just keep going and going and going, and nothing stops them. Now, that being said, 2017 for the most part is going to be an easier year to endure than the previous couple, especially last year in 2016 with the eclipses. It hit some people really hard, especially Taurus and Aquarius was hit really hard. And there'll be some more action happening, so stay tuned for that. But 2017 does start off a little wobbly, as you know if you've seen the news, on January 1st, and that's because Mars right now is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. That means they're really close together, really close together in the sky. People in general will feel sort of in a haze or in a fog, and they may be feeling a little strange psychologically. People can go a little cuckoo with this aspect. This might not necessarily, and when people wake up today, they might be in a haze, not necessarily from party favors or alcohol they consumed on New Year's Eve. And this can be a little confusing and irritating. And perhaps this is going to be another chaotic day or two for people in general, but especially for Pisces and other water signs of Cancer and Scorpio. Be very careful for the next few days with all drugs, alcohol, and anything that you're consuming. Watch out for liars, cheats, con artists, thieves, and scammers. This goes in general for everybody because the aspects are ripe for such things to happen. This can be a time when we hear the world news more about computer viruses or hacking. There's going to be severe weather. It could have high winds, epic snowfalls, cyclones, as well as air, water, nautical, and space-related incidents or disasters, which there have been, and this will continue, I'm afraid, for a few days anyway. Neptune's wrath could bring water, liquid, chemical accidents, poisonings, as well as overdoses with spiked drinks or tainted food. Mars conjunct Neptune is notorious for adding insult to injury. It amplifies things, blows them out of proportion, and this could cause between people a heated conflict, and especially in unstable war zones. This is really not very good. This is extreme energy. There's no other way to put it. I'd like to candy coat it and tell you it's all smiles and chuckles, but right now it's not. This is serious times when we have to be aware of our surroundings at all times for a while. You may hear world news right now about explosions, gas or chemical attacks, terrorist attacks like we saw in the last 24 hours in Istanbul, and suicide bombers like in Baghdad. The United States may have trouble, and I don't want to freak anybody out. And I'm glad that so far we've gotten into this year with no incident in the States, but some of the energy is kind of similar to 9/11. Keep in mind, this is a general forecast, but I do want you to be aware that there is a window of opportunity here that indicates a high probability of violent, unstable events. We've got Uranus in the mix here too, so please take care, especially in large groups of people over the next few days. And if you have to travel, if you can postpone it, it would be good. Postpone it for a couple of days, especially if it's air travel. Because also, the stars right now, there's a bunch of things happening that the stars are how can I put it? It's the aspect sort of sparks a mystery, like the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 with Jupiter, when Jupiter was square to Uranus, but now Jupiter and Uranus are opposite each other, and they're in a T-square with intense Pluto. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. It takes a long time for these three planets to align in such a way. They're all outer planets. They move very, very slowly. It takes years to build up to this exact configuration. So there's a window of opportunity here. And this combined energy of these three planets is very strong at this angle. And the extra fuel of Mars on top of it is providing intensity. And as well, we've got the fogginess, or I feel like I'm in a daze influence of mysterious Neptune. We'll have the potential for a hell of a few days astrologically. This is a really good time to be aware of your surroundings and be a little overprotective of yourself and your loved ones. Don't take chances and stay safe. But then things start to move up, positive-wise, because the whole month isn't doom and gloom. It's just a few days are really wonky. So life is on the upswing again with positive energy when lovely Venus enters the water sign of Pisces on the 3rd. This is wonderful energy for healing. It brings romance back into your life and gives you a happy, cheerful outlook. People in general should have a warm, dreamy, and loving Venusian planetary influence about them for the month of January. All water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces will especially be extremely alluring to other people during this time. People will naturally want to gravitate around you, and you will begin to feel like you have your own personal entourage. Make the most of this special bonus energy and ask for a favor, a promotion, a pay raise. Ask to borrow something special during this time because you'll probably get it. On the 4th, oh, and by the way, it doesn't just apply to the water signs. It just is the most beneficial to them, but this applies to everyone. So if you have planets in water signs, not necessarily your sun sign, it's still beneficial to you, especially if it's Venus or Jupiter. So ask. On the 4th, we will be eager to speak and hear the truth when Mercury enters the fire sign of Sagittarius. This influence encourages us to be honest, intellectual, and sincere. Sometimes Mercury in Sagittarius is a little too truthful. Anybody with this in their horoscope knows this to be true. And you can sometimes just blurt out words you don't even realize you're saying it. And then once you have, you just, oh my God, what did I say that for? It's like you can't help yourself sometimes. You're so brutally honest. However, this is an excellent transit. A transit is the planets in the sky moving, because they're always moving in the sky. This is a really wonderful energy. If you're eager to learn another language, now is the time to apply yourself because it'll be much easier than at other times. It's also a good time to study. You'll be able to focus on it and see the bigger picture. Mercury in Sagittarius may spark a desire for you to learn a new language, or it may have you thinking about traveling to long-distance locales, even if it's only in your mind. Many people will feel determined and serious and will want to get to business when the Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn on the 7th. A conjunction is again when the two planets are beside each other. That is a conjunction, and the energy is very strong because they're feeding off of each other and reacting with the other planets. Sorry. And the Sun is one of the lights. It has a lot of energy behind it. And Pluto is intense energy, very strong and very, very powerful energy. This would be an excellent day to focus on work, your achievements, and progress. Just shoot for the moon and go for it. This can also be kind of intense or a serious kind of day, so you don't want to kid around with people that have extra serious type of personalities. It might not go so well. They might be very critical of the whole idea. So just mind what you say and don't force the issue at that time. If you are feeling like you want to talk to somebody in a very brutally honest way, that's not a great day to do it. I would wait till another time. This has been a general astrology forecast for the week of January 1st to 7th, 2017. But just a quick reminder for everybody that these cosmic events will only affect you personally if you have planets, angles that are influenced by these signs, planets, and degrees in your birth horoscope. For personal predictions about you specifically, or if you have if you are in need of if you're in need of astrology guidance with matters of love, compatibility, career choices, relocation, or a specific issue, I'm here to help you. An astrology reading with me can open up opportunities that you might not be able to see for yourself and save you a ton of time, energy, and expense that you would be trying to figure it out on your own. Order a personal, in-depth astrology reading with me based on your date, time, and location of birth at astromojo.com/in-depth readings. Take care.